tricky thing about predicting music for next year. So unlike TV and movies, those dates are set so well in advance. We know when they're coming. Music album release dates are a little bit of a mystery. So I'm going to do my best to predict. We know a few things that are coming out early in the year, but I have some thoughts on what's going to come up. So first of all, hear me out on this one. The 50 Shades Darker soundtrack, I'm actually really excited for. We've already heard Taylor Swift and Zayn's song, which is really good, actually. And last year, no matter what you thought about the movie itself, I think this soundtrack really stood on its own. There was a lot of great music on there, old stuff and new original stuff. So I think the new one could be even bigger and better with bigger names. The first song off of it is Taylor Swift and Zayn, so it can only get bigger from there. So I'm really excited. That movie is out on February 10th, so look for the soundtrack to come out maybe a week prior or something around that time. But speaking of Taylor Swift, I really think she's going to release an album this year, too.
Yeah?
She's way overdue, right?
Yeah, she is.
A while.
It's been over 2 years since 1989 came out. Of course, she had, world domination in that time. Killed it in her pop crossover. And most importantly, guys, she's fresh off 2 breakups. On the kind of Taylor beat, continuing that a little bit, she's got a really good pal in Nashville named Kelsea Ballerini. I love her. I adore her so much. She is, I know for a fact, working on her next album. Fun fact about Kelsea, she released her debut album a little over a year ago, I think. I don't remember the date, and I should. But she broke a really cool record. She was the first woman in country music to have her first 3 singles go #1.
That's really cool.
It was awesome, and I didn't know that was a record that didn't exist already. I kind of assumed that Taylor had shattered them all, but there's one that...
Taylor and Katie,
so that was Kelsey's record that she held last year. Also, you guys know I love country. I have to give a shout out to my girl, Ray Lynn. She was on Timberlake on The Voice in season 2. I know she's got a new album coming out very soon next year. She's going back out on tour with Blake. And she's one to watch because she's now on Blake Shelton's record label, which makes a big difference. So I predict there might be a collaboration. I don't know that for sure. But he is really kind of making it his personal mission to make her a star. On the pop front of things, we're hearing that Fergie's new album is going to be called Double Duchess. I'm really excited for that.
Duchess.
Her album, The Duchess, can you believe it's been over 10 years?
I can, because I remember dancing to it in high school. So, yeah.
Really
so good. Yeah, getting old. But we've heard 2 songs off that. MILF Money was that kind of crazy music video with Kim Kardashian and Chrissy Teigen. It was a little out there. Now she's got Life Goes On, which gives me kind of Big Girls Don't Cry vibes. It's like round 2 of that song. So I'm excited to hear what else she's got. Now, this is total and complete speculation. I have no information to really back these up, except I think these stars are overdue. First of all, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since Bangers came out. I loved that album. It was We Can't Stop, Wrecking Ball. So she's overdue. She did release that Miley Cyrus and her Dead Pets thing.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that was in 2015, so still kind of a while ago. But to me, that was kind of like maybe a passion project for Miley. It wasn't like... I don't know. I want a Bangers follow-up. So Miley, please, you have a season off from The Voice. Give me some new music. Also, Katy Perry, we mentioned her earlier.
Please.
It's been a long time. Prism came out in 2013, and since then, I know, right? She had Rise, that Olympic song that came out, but there's no album on that. So I'm hoping that she'll have a full length. Also hoping for a full length from Justin Timberlake. He's been working with Pharrell for over a year now, and he did release Can't Stop the Feeling from the Trolls soundtrack. Did not work with Pharrell on that one, though. So
he
this,
didn't?
No, so this is a separate project that he and Pharrell worked on.
It sounded so much like Happy that I figured that Pharrell had his hand in it. All right.
Infectious.
Yeah.
In a word. So one thing that Justin Timberlake did work on that I think a lot of people didn't notice was he secretly recorded vocals for Little Big Town song, Come On.
What?
He did work with Pharrell on that. So that was kind of cool. And Little Big Town is releasing an album in February. That's confirmed. Their album is called The Breaker. And bringing it full circle to the beginning here, their new single called Better Man was written by who else but Taylor Swift.
Oh, she's so talented.
A few pointed lyrics, though, in it. Can we roll a little bit of that song?
Sometimes in the middle of the night I can feel you again, but I just miss you and I just wish you were a better man.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she sings a lot about, you know, the guy not being good enough for her. A lot of people wondering who she's singing about. Is it Calvin Harris? I don't know. There we go.
Is it every man on the planet?
It could be. I will say Taylor's a great songwriter, so I think she can kind of channel anything, whether it's super personal to her or not, and make gold out of it. But a lot of people are wondering if that song might be about Calvin. So, The Breaker comes out in February. That's Little Big Town. They're awesome. But I predict that 2017 is going to be the year of Taylor Swift, to wrap it all up. It makes sense that she would want to release an album next year. We've been hearing for a while that she's really wanted to do the Super Bowl gig.
Oh, yeah.
Which, of course, is sponsored by Pepsi. Taylor previously had a deal with Coca-Cola, or she has a deal with Coca-Cola. We're hearing that it's expiring, which would line her up very nicely for a 2018 Super Bowl gig. So, that's my prediction. 2017, year of Taylor, bleeding into 2018.
Ooh, I like it.